Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope you're still with us. We're of course continuing our role of sport here, talking about sport in the Western Cape. As I mentioned to you earlier on, we're looking tonight not only at what is happening in the world of lifesaving, which we've just managed to speak of course to Taylor and Nicola, but we're also chatting darts and athletics. That comes up a little bit later in the show. But joining me now from the world of men's netball, Marina Bothma and Humphrey Moremi. Marina, welcome to Sport Federation TV.
Thank you very much.
Moremi, nice to have you here as well.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, I suppose everybody wants to ask the question, netball, we didn't know men play netball. But it's one of the world's, it's a global sport.
It is.
Yeah, we're just not getting enough exposure for men's netball, maybe, Moremi.
Absolutely.
I think it needs to start at the fact where schools, our primary schools, they don't give male netball too much exposure.
Yeah.
Looking at now what's happening, our NSA gives our girls your brutal fruit, your varsity netball.
That's of course Netball South Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah, Netball South Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Brutal fruit is the league that they play in, like the Super Rugby
series,
League, the Stings and so on.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also Varsity Cup that caters for all these other sports, but nothing for males.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that up.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have to. Marina, what is your role? I see you wearing Cape Town netball proudly there, but in the picture that we're going to show you just now, I see you wearing this logo, which is the Western Cape netball logo.
Yeah.
So you're wearing the Cape Town logo. This is fantastic. Means you guys have met all the colours protocol. You've got Cape Town netball,
and then Western Cape
Western
from there.
Cape, which is this logo behind me right here, which everybody can see now.
Exactly. I'm the head coach of the males since 2013.
Okay.
I moved from the females to the men, and I'm really trying very hard, being an ambassador for the male netball, to uplift them. Yeah. And so I'm the Cape Town Netball Federation male coach. And then I was now also the Western Cape A1 and B1.
So you focus on the men?
Oh, yes.
You focus on the men 100%. Definitely. All right. Moremi, yourself?
I was a vice captain for B1.
Yeah.
And I moved from A1 to B1.
And where do you play?
What do you mean, sir?
Where do you play your netball?
We play our social leagues in Belleville.
Okay.
And I play for UWC. And our first national challenge was now the national federation that we have a week ago.
Yeah.
And I play goalkeeper, goal defense, and sometimes wing defense. So I'm a defender basically.
All right, so you wear that GD on your shirt?
Yes, GD, goalkeeper, and wing defense.
What that GD
is. You see, we have our league where the females also play in Belleville. Yeah. So all the male clubs also belong to, they must belong to a club because it's a structured club. Yeah. And then we all get together on Saturdays and we play matches. We play each other, but we only have 4 male teams. So once that 4 weeks are over, then what then? So we play against some of the female teams as well.
All right.
And then
who wins those games?
Oh, the
males.
The men, they always win.
Let me tell you, I've had the Stings in the dojo with me, where we prepared them for the Brutal Fruit season. Annelian. And the whole team was in the karate studio dojo with me, where we were doing fitness training, take them out of their comfort zone, which was very strategic. And I tell you, the girls looked really, really physically fantastic. They looked like they could take on the world. So you couldn't have had it just a walk in the park.
No, and Annelie uses our male players to practice against. We practice the whole year. We practice against the Southern Stings.
How tough is the netball training for you, Moremi?
It's very tough because we need to be physically fit and also mentally fit. And also you need to understand the rules of, let's say I'm a goalkeeper, the rules of the circle, when not to contact, when to contact, and also how to respond to the umpire. So it's not just running around getting fitness, but also you need to take lessons from your coach. She will tell you when the umpire blows you, you need to keep quiet, smile back.
You can't do a John McEnroe and
so you
can't slam your racket down.
So you need to behave. So it starts from your physical strength, your mental strength, and also how you project your face after being blown for a contact or being blown for a false stepping. Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite a strategic game then.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
You had a couple of big events. Now we've got a photograph of the event which I mentioned earlier on, where there's quite a lot of participants, and you had the nationals now in Paarl recently.
Yes.
It's a nice picture here from the guys, and there you can see the score.
Yeah,
It looks to me like you had a couple of different provinces taking part there. Nice, the men's, obviously that's the men's Western Cape Netball, proudly flying the flag there.
Yeah,
I think that's
and
fantastic.
Moremi is in the middle.
Is that you then, Moremi?
Yes, it's me.
Leading
That's
from
right
the front.
there, yeah.
All right, so quite a few teams look like they came down here to take part in the nationals.
Yes, it was fewer teams this year than in the past, and I'm sure of the fact that it's because of the financial strain. Because in the past it was always either in Durban or Kempton or Rustenburg, and then that area's teams were like more. It was bigger, and we only could always send one team due to that, and no sponsors and all that. But there was quite a few, and male netball in KZN and Gauteng is huge. They send 4 teams each every year to nationals.
They obviously seem to have money from somewhere.
Yeah.
Which we're going to have to fix in Cape Town.
We have to fix it. Oh,
all right, so how many male netball clubs are there? I mean, how many, I suppose there's no such thing as a male netball club, it's a mixed club. So how many,
the mixed clubs, but then they have the male teams.
How many clubs have got a male team in Cape Town?
It's 4.
4 of them?
4
okay.
Registered, affiliated.
And what sort of age groups are we talking about?
We're working mostly from 19 years up. We've got a couple of students who's now 18, 19, who's at varsity also.
Do you find, I mean, what about young boys who want to start playing netball?
We had some that played trials, that came to trials originally for the interprovincials.
Yeah.
And there was one that I can use as an example. He was 16 years old. Strong player, but he wouldn't have made it when it got to this level of championship.
So do you think in the future we'll see boys netball at schools or clubs, junior teams? If you want to
we would love to.
We would want to see that.
All right.
Because those ones we can bring up.
Yeah.
And nurse them and feed them
Yeah.
by the time they're 19 years old, they would be perfect.
Yeah. Now that's what you want. You want to push the juniors through the ranks.
Yes.
Moremi, so tell us, how did the men's team do at the nationals?
Well, I used to play for Gauteng in the previous years, so it was my first year in Western Cape.
So those are all your old mates, all your old friends there.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, there was so much. It was a developing team, the B team, and for me it was a great start because now we had to introduce to the young ones that this is how it's done, this is how it's played, and this is how you should do. Because my team, we were only 2 experienced players, so the rest of the team was, it was the first time in the national level. So for me it wasn't about winning this year, but it was about introducing the game, the speed, the level, and how it's done to the new one, so that next year they are ready. And I'm so happy from my team. Is it 5 were selected?
Yeah.
So they were.
Five men from Cape Town selected for the nationals.
From
6,
my team.
6 in total.
Okay.
Yes, but
6 in total from Western Cape.
All right. Okay.
From B1 it was 5. So I was so happy because it means they listened. Yes, they listened to what me and the coach told them, and they applied. So it was nice. But I am happy this side because it's chilled. It's about love.
And also like his fellow Gauteng mate said that the margin whereby we lost was increased. Very small.
Like the Springboks All Blacks game.
Just
1 point.
Exactly. A little bit, not that close, but still. So that's definitely a step up for us. As you said, only 2 of them were experienced players. The other 10 were like brand new for the first time.
So Moremi, what next for you guys now?
I think what's next now is to get sponsors, because it's very difficult for us to move around and challenge our neighboring provinces.
No, but I mean from a physical point of view, is it now more practicing, getting together as a squad? What's next?
Yeah, we're working on starting the academy roundabout in November next month. And then we work towards middle December, and then again from middle January, because end April we have our interprovincial tournament first.
All right.
And at that tournament, where all 6 districts are participating, from that tournament we have our trials to select our Western Cape teams.
Right.
So we're running the academy till middle January, and then we'll have our trials and all that. And we would really like, as we got lovely exposure now in Paarl, that more males will join the academy as well.
Well, Marina, I'm going to leave it at that. Congratulations. I think you guys are obviously doing great work out there, and the results are starting to show. So well done to you and the team.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Moremi, to you and the boys, and the, shouldn't be calling them boys, the men. Congratulations, and hopefully you guys will keep it up and keep closing that margin between the rest.
We have to. Thank you so much. We planning to get more fitness moving forward, and we plan to win, not just to close the margin next year.
I like that. The winning spirit,
Great stuff. Great.
Good stuff, yeah. Folks, of course, the world of men's netball, great. If you have half a chance, get out there and go and support the men's netball teams. They're doing well and really representing the Western Cape extremely well. Coming up a little bit later, we're speaking to darts and athletics. Remember what I told you earlier on, is you can win yourself a case of Bashu's. That competition comes up a little bit later. Win yourself a case of Bashu's cool drinks, around since 1899. I'm going to have the orange one, or maybe I might swap it for a Cocoa Pine a little bit later. We'll take an ad break. When we come back, we'll continue with Sports Federation TV. Back in a sec.